Hello, my name is Gabe, and this is my video review for Deadcells. To start out, Deadcells is currently an early access game, and it is unfinished. Please bear this in mind. The gameplay style for this is labeled as Roguevania style, but it is essentially a Metroidvania style game. It's a 2D side-scroller that falls in the category of games like Metroid and Castlevania, where you're meant to explore and fight enemies in a dungeon. The design of this game is beautiful. The graphics look great, and lots of vibrant colors and humor thrown in. The gameplay is a little bit hard. It's considered to be like a Dark Souls-esque game, but it is also rewarding. You're meant to actually die and start over from the beginning, and each time that you do, you progress a little bit further in the game. The maps are randomly generated. This helps with the game from getting stale. This game can get frustrating though. Difficulty is pretty high in the game, but the harder the game, the bigger the reward for succeeding. There are a ton of weapons and gear in this game, which you can unlock as you play through. The weapons are broken up into two categories, main weapons and sub-weapons, each of which you can have two of at any given moment. Main weapons are your things like swords, spears, bows, and shields. Your sub-weapons are things like bombs, traps, and even turrets. When weapons drop, they have a chance of getting status boosts, meaning they can have increased damage. Some will have like double damage, but you also have a negative side to most of those where you take double damage as well. Increased stat bonuses, also things like poison and bleed damage. These can be combined with other status effects that you can get on weapons, which cause increased damage to frozen targets or bleeding targets, and they can be combined with your sub-weapons, which also do get the same kind of bonus. There's a third item, which is your defensive item. This is your necklace. This can cause things like increased defense or even status effects for people that hit you. One of the main things you'll learn to use quickly in this game is the dodge wall. You will use it often and it saves your life. First thing you will unlock in this game is the health potion. This works a lot like in the Souls games, where once you use it, you're out until you get to a rest area. But you can increase the amount of potions that you have through leveling up your character. The way that you level up your character is you get orbs that drop off of any enemy that you kill. And you save these up, and when you go to the rest areas in between the levels, you'll meet up with a vendor who will let you increase things like damage on weapons, let you unlock different weapons, let you unlock different bonuses like being able to keep 3,000 to 6,000 gold after you die, or increase the stacks on your potions. Throughout the levels, you also find scattered shop vendors that trade gold for items. You can also find two different types of chests that I found. You have the normal chest, where you just open them and sometimes enemies can pop out, or you'll get gear or orbs. And there's also what's called curse chests. These chests put a curse on you that'll have a ticker above your head. That ticker means you have to kill that many enemies without being hit. If you were hit, it's instant death. Other kind of boosts that you'll find throughout the levels are stat boosts. You have three main stats: health, strength, and ability. The health increases your max health, the strength and boosts your melee damage, and the ability will increase your sub-weapons, which decreases the cooldown in their damage. These power-ups will come in 4 different type categories. One that lets you choose which stats you want. The others will just be your standard health, strength, or ability. Sometimes these power-ups will be locked behind golden doors. These doors can be unlocked for paying a fee, or you can even hit the doors, which will cause them to break, but this does cause you to get a curse, which we discussed earlier with the chests. You'll also find scattered throughout the game different types of doors that can only be unlocked if you get there within a certain amount of time, which means you have to rush through certain areas to get there in time so they'll be open, and they usually have good types of loot or items that you can unlock through them. With this game being unfinished, it's hard to say how good the final product will be, but with what we have so far, the game is outstanding. Even with it being unfinished, it is worth checking out, or at least keeping an eye on for the full release, because so far it's amazing. If you like games like Salt and Sanctuary and Castlevania Symphony of the Night, this is definitely a game you want to check out. If you want to see more about the game, I'll be sure to leave a link to the Steam page in the description. Thank you for listening to my review for Deadcells. If you wish to comment, let me know what you think. Feel free, I would love to hear from you. If you enjoy this video, give it a like and subscribe for more videos to come.